When marketing with Pinterest, you need to keep in mind a couple of fundamental facts. Pinterest is a social site, so blatant hard sales tactics are not going to work as well as, say, suggestive soft sales tactics. For example, car sales. You have your TV ads for cars, and they would easily represent an example of the blatant hard sales tactic, where, let's say, a magazine ad for the same car would be a great example for the suggestive soft sales tactic. Another fundamental fact kind of goes hand in hand with the first one. On Pinterest, people like to buy but hate to be sold. For example, on Pinterest, there's no place for you to put your product sales letter, and if you try something silly like simply taking a screen capture image of the sales letter and pinning it thinking you've just solved the mystery of marketing on Pinterest, then you're sadly mistaken. But what if you could combine elements of the suggestive soft sales tactic and your product sales copy? Well, you can, and it's called an infographic. To get a little history about infographics, if you're kind of into that thing, head on over to our friend Wikipedia and check out the infographics right up here. And there's a lot of details here that go way beyond what you really need to know about infographics insofar as what Pinterest is concerned. But, I mean, it goes back to caveman days, even some cool stuff that old Carl Sagan put together, for our alien friends. Again, I'll let you do the research there for yourself. Infographics can be made around any type of subject. For example, you have an ebook on how to make a sales video. Your infographic can have various images related to the stats of marketing with or without a sales video, and images connected to one another with colorful arrows that highlight the different chapters in your ebook, then end with an image of a happy customer on the way to the bank with a big old bag of cash slung over the shoulder. Here's an example of an infographic dealing with ebooks. Some stats in here. The idea behind the infographic is starting off with the information at the very top would kind of draw the eye, ideally anyway, going down the image to the bottom where maybe there'll be some kind of a call to action. In this case, you've got the creator of the infographics URL. So to learn more about the stats that they have on this infographic, well, then you're kind of guided towards checking out, in this case, onlineuniversities.com or some of the sources that they've quoted here. Another example would be a infographic built around the optimization of your website for search engines. For example, you got something as simple as this, where this isn't really a long infographic like the prior example, but you've got colors, it's visually appealing, and it's got facts and information here that would help somebody that's looking for information on search engine optimization. It might give them some ideas. It might help answer their questions. Or an infographic around a series of videos that you just made on how to use Pinterest. Each of these infographics can be linked back to an email capture page or the sales page of the product depicted within the infographic. Hopefully these are giving you some good ideas. For some more ideas on infographics, hit up your buddy over at Google and just do a search for infographics. Here's one result that I got from Visually, probably one of the better examples of infographics on the web that I could find anyway. I mean, there's just a boatload of them on here. So by all means, check out visual.ly. Another one is coolinfographics.com. This one just gives you a whole lot of information and ideas. This is the idea behind this, is that it will give you ideas on how you can create your own infographics or information on what to include in your own infographic. Now, one thing to keep in mind behind the purpose of having infographics being pinned on your Pinterest account for marketing purposes is to gently guide the viewers of your Pinterest boards back to your website or back to your landing page or back to your offer. I suggest giving the visitor, the person that clicked on your infographic, something of high quality for free when they land on your page. Whether that page is set up to collect their email information because you're building a list prior to sending them on to a sales page, or giving them something free of high quality before they read your entire sales letter if that's the landing page you're setting up this infographic for. What you're doing here is giving them a basic thank you for clicking through. Doing this, they are more likely to click through on more of your infographics if they think that there will be some type of a reward waiting for them on the other side. Basically, you're training your Pinterest visitors to act on your call to action, that being clicking through on your infographics for them to learn more about the offer on the other side, and of course being treated once they get there to something free and of high quality. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on using Pinterest for product promotion through the power of infographics. Thank you much for watching, and you have a great day.